This is Lady Myya. I am here with my bro. He is Mark Newsome. Okay, so this gentleman, okay, is Mr. Marketing. Okay, not just him saying that, but he's been doing this for a while. Okay, so he's basically has grandfathered and mastered marketing. Just letting you know. All right. So if you don't know, get that video, right, sir? Certainly.
Absolutely.
So yes, my Mayan tribe, please welcome Mr. Mark Newsome.
Lady Myya, it is my honor and pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me and allowing me to be one of your guests. Very cool.
Well, thank you so much for being here, sir, and your time and your energies is greatly appreciated.
Right.
Certainly. So you know what? I'm going to have you do. I need you to let us know who is Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark. Okay, no. Matter of fact, I got a couple questions first. First off. Okay, so you started a business. What is the name of your business?
Well, the online branch of my business is youcanmarketonlinenow.com. And it's not because I think people should only be marketing online, but it's just that, let's face it, you have to be online now. So I'm addressing the online portion of your business. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need a website to make money using the internet.
Don't we know it, sir? Don't we know it? Well, okay. So you started this thing, and what is it that your business actually does in regards to marketing?
Question. I help small business owners, service providers, and let me give you the definition of the, ladies and gentlemen, ideally 50 employees and less. In other words, I don't want to deal with the corporate thing. So we're talking about independently owned, non-franchise business owners like myself. I'm a service provider. So that you can pivot. See, these big corporations, they're like big giant whales. It takes or 18-wheelers. It takes them a long time to adjust. And small business, you don't have that kind of time. You got to find out what works, what doesn't work, pivot, move on. You can't do that when you're layers and layers and layers and layers of management and layers and layers and layers of this and that and that. You and I have to be able to analyze data and make a decision. Is this working? Is it not? If it's not working, you got to stop it.
Yes.
If it's working, you got to add so you can scale. So in a nutshell, what I do is I'm a consultant, but here's what I like to say, Lady Myya. I'm a cash flow generation specialist. And that's a fancy way of saying I'm like a marketing carpenter. I can look at what you have and what you don't have, and between the two, we'll make it work. Because the marketing is like the idea currency. So
yes.
Follow me. I mean, I know you know what I'm talking about, but I'm saying
yes, I do.
Realize that, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, without dating myself here, Lady Myya, I like to think of myself. And what I want the audience to think of themselves is like MacGyver and MacGyver-esque. You ever notice MacGyver? Any situation they put that man in, he came out smelling like a rose on the other side. Why? Because he focused on what he didn't have. What he had. And he said there's a solution in it. And I'm telling you right now, even with COVID now, let's be totally honest, COVID devastated a lot of businesses, a lot of people out of work. But I say that in response to that, it opened the door to previously untapped opportunities. And if you have that mindset, I'm telling you, you got 90% of what you need. It's not about, I can't get a loan. It's not about, I don't have the right location. Are these factors? Absolutely. But what I'm telling you is, if you don't have exposure, Lady Myya's got the exposure. Then you need to get to know Lady Myya. You get the exposure. Oh, I don't know this. Somebody knows it. I don't have this. Somebody has it. So the mindset for you and I is, how do I maximize what I got to get to where I want to go?
You know what? I think that is so important because if you think about it, these are all the things that most businesses want either way. Like to be successful, you need to monetize. If not monetize, you need to, you need to find other people that are like-minded and definitely kind of can go your way, because now you can have all those resources just at your disposal, certainly. And then, the skies is the limit at that point. Right?
In fact, let me give you a simple analogy, ladies and gentlemen, to prove positive, show you this is where it's at. Let's suppose I was trying to get to the city, but I don't have transportation. So I'm talking to Lady Myya, and she says, when you got to be there? And I say, Saturday. And she said, well, I'm off for the next 2 days. You give me $200, I'll take you there. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not about the fact I don't have transportation. I don't have a website. Now, let me clear something up, because I said this, and I don't want to sound too hypey, Lady Myya. I said you don't need a website. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have one. I have a blog. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is you're putting too much emphasis on that when you should be putting 80% of your emphasis somewhere else. If you don't have the ad budget, somebody's already got the exposure you need. Mm-hmm. You need to be collaborating with them. Yeah. And what I mean by collaboration is you have to know what you're bringing to the table so that when you present it to Lady Myya, she sees it. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people try to do. They want to be on Oprah Winfrey. Why? Not because they want to help Oprah. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get exposure. Well, Oprah's already got enough people to be on her show. Why should I pick you, Mark? Because being on your show would make me a lot of money. That is the wrong answer.
Yes, it is.
You follow what I'm saying, people? So in other words, here's the thing. What if Lady Myya is, let's say Lady Myya has a snail mail, offline snail mail database. But let's say she's got a local beauty shop. This is perfect. She does hair, hooks women up, and has a offline database of, let's say, 2,000 women. And let's say 1,000 of them haven't been in her shop in years, but 1,000 come and go all the time. Now, in her mind, it's just a list. What I see is potential distribution. Let's say I'm a florist and I go to Lady Myya and I say, listen, my average customer is worth somewhere between $50 and $3,000 over a 5 to 7 year period. It would be worth it to me to pay for you, Lady Myya, to set up a text message list. She's like, what do you mean? I say, I'm going to set up this database and you can use this software. And what I want you to do first initially is on your slowest days, you and all your stylists, I want you to send a message to your list and say, hey, I got openings right now. You don't need an appointment. Come into the shop. I'm going to be in the shop. And when these ladies come in, I'm going to hand them a time-sensitive gift certificate to say you or anybody you want order within the next 10 days or X number of days. And instead of you paying the normal rate, I'm going to give you a 30% discount because I want to get them into my world. Yes. Now, all of them are going to take advantage of it, but I guarantee you some of them will. And now remember, this is my lifetime customer value, $50 to $2,000. And let's say $1,500 of it is gross profit. The other $500 is expense. Here's what I'm going to do to help blow up Lady Myya's the word of mouth about her business. I'm going to go out and buy the original, and but I'm going to bring the original lady killer to her shop. It's not Brad Pitt. It's not Denzel. I'm going to bring a 7-foot teddy bear. We're going to stick it, trust us, we're going to stick it in the corner. And when the ladies come in, what do you think they're going to want to know?
Ooh, whose teddy bear is that?
Who's teddy bear, girl? Who sent that to you? What's his name? Who's your husband? Is it your ex trying to get back with? Exactly. And then she's going to say, no. You know that, let's say we're in a mini mall and it's, with the recession, you got it's 7 spots, but 5 are occupied and 2 have been empty for years. I'm 2 doors down. She says, you know that guy, Mark's jeweler? And they go, oh yeah, I've never been in. Girl, listen, you need to get in there. And when she says that, they take a look. And you know what Lady Myya's rocking? A $2,000 diamond studded necklace that I'm giving her. Now, nobody's in business to give away anything free. Why am I doing this? Because she told me, she said, Mark, on average, 10 women a day sit at my chair, and the other 5 chairs, 10 women a day. So you're talking about what's to help me out there? Oh, 660 local women a day checking out her necklace. Now here's what she does for me. I said, Lady Myya, you tell the other ladies who with chairs, if they'd like to get hooked up, I'll hook them up, but they got to do something for me. She's like, huh, tell me, what do you want them to do? And I say, I'm going to give you this sealed envelope. Now get this. This is what the cover of the outside envelope says. You, Lady Myya, you tell me what you would do if you sat in the chair and your stylist, after they ask you where they got you ask them where they got their bling from, and they say, girl, here's what the outside envelope says. In big red letters, Stevie Wonder couldn't miss. You definitely deserve this exclamation point.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it going to take you to rip that envelope open? Right? Exactly. Now here's what they're going to find inside. A bounce back offer. What's that, Mark? Time sensitive offer to the hair salon saying, hey, you come back within a certain amount of days and you get a discount off something. Second thing they're going to get, so that helps her, get more revenue. The second thing they're going to get is a time sensitive discount coupon that's 10 days out, meaning 10, not 10 business days, 10 physical days, because I'm going to count them and, and put them in the envelope and seal them. But it says, get this, side A, but it's a two-sided discount, a two-sided gift certificate. Here's what side A says. Dear valued customer, because you are a good friend of Lady Myya's hair salon, or whatever their hair salon is, please enter our free drawing for a chance to win a $2,500 diamond-studded necklace. I either want you on my email list or my text message list. So this is list building, power list building 101. Now you flip it over and it says, please come to my store by this date. Remember, 10 days out. Come alone and you can save 10% on your next order up to $500. So that's not etched in stone, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a concept. In other words, you give them a small price, small discount, and you limit the amount. Now, it says simply for dragging a friend who's at least 18 before the expiration date, you automatically save up to 40%, up to $1,500. Now, Lady Myya, here's my question to you. If you're serious about getting hooked up with some new bling, are you more likely to drag a girlfriend or come by yourself?
Heck yeah, I'm coming. Look, let's go. We got things.
You're going to recruit somebody. Now, here's how this is really powerful for you small business owners and service providers. On average, when you're using that outrageously expensive local primetime radio, local primetime television, morning commute, and then the drive home, each time you run those ads or the Sunday newspaper ad, you're spending an outrageous sum of money. And you got to do it over and over and over and over, because the first 10 or 15 times, nobody even pays attention. It takes 10 to 21, what they call touches, exposures, whatever you want to call it, before they even say, oh, this guy's advertising jewelry. Still doesn't mean they want it. Still doesn't mean they're going to come to your store, but you put that money out. The way we're doing this, I'm having Lady Myya drag a friend with her. And what I want to know, my ratio, what I want to know is for every 100 or every 50 or every 30 of these I put out, how many people bring somebody? Because once I know my ratio, in other words, if I put out 100 and 30 of the 100 drag somebody, now I know, if I put out 200, I should get this. If I put out 1,000, I should get this. So here's what I say to I'm going to hook Lady Myya up because she owns the shop. I want her customers to just go bonkers. I want her neighbors. I want her sister. If her mom is still here, her aunts, I want all of them. She's got a story, right? That girl, where did you get this bling? And if Lady Myya is active on social media, Facebook, Instagram, anything, she's going to do some selfies and, she's going to brag it up and talk about it. So what I'm going to do is leverage that. Now let's do the math, because I want people to see this. If she does 60 people a day and she's open 5 days a week, that's 300 people a week times, and let's say she closes the shop 2 weeks out of the year. So we'll just go with 50. 15,000 women are going to be exposed to her bling that she got for free. And the free part is just between me and her. Right? Now, on average, ladies and gentlemen, 30% of those 4,500 women are likely to become my customers if I ethically bribe them. And we're just going to say the average spend. Some will be higher, some will be lower. But let's say the average is $450. I want you to see this math. Oh, my goodness, it's 7 figures. One hairstylist. Now, so here's what I do. She gives these envelopes, and I say, Lady Myya, you tell your girls, I'm going to give them each 10 of these for a week, so 10 a day. And whenever anybody asks about Lady Myya's bling, they're to hand them that envelope. You definitely deserve this. As soon as, and they sign, I'm going to put each stylist's name. So when it gets redeemed, I know who to credit. And here's what I'm going to do. As soon as they bring me 5 customers each, I'm going to come into the shop. I'm going to show them a pair of $650 earrings, which, truth told, maybe cost me half. So let's say $325. Let's just make it $300. I say, ladies, as soon as you send me 5 customers, I don't care what they spend. But as long as they spend money, as soon as you send me 5, these diamond-studded earrings are yours. I want them hustling. You follow me? So
I'm a hustler, baby. I just want to know.
Now, this is called farming, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working this. In fact, let's do it, Lady Myya. Let's take it another step. This is called romance marketing. And let me show you what I mean.
Ooh, romance. Okay.
Lady Myya started her shop. I don't know what day she started. I find out what day and what year. She tells me. Okay, that's her anniversary for her business. I'm gonna call up whichever bakery she says is the bomb. I'm calling them up and I say, I need an anniversary cake. And here's where I need to put it. So when they come into the shop, there's a big giant happy birthday cake, and it's for her business now, not her birthday. I do something for her on her birthday too, but the point is her anniversary of her business, there's a cake. Now here, and of course, that's for her and all the customers. Because here's the thing, when those customers go back to their circle of influence, what do you think they're gonna say? Girl, you got to get over to Lady Myya. They had cake and this, that. There's a big old giant teddy bear in the corner. Some jewelry. She got this crazy looking bling, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the next thing I do. I said, Lady Myya, during the wintertime, what's your drink? Are you a coffee drinker? She said, oh, I love coffee. I said, okay. I go get a nice, really cool coffee pot. And I go buy the best gourmet coffee in the area. And I bring it in, I let her sample it. And she says, this one, Mark, this right here. So now I buy like 20 pounds and I bring it there, and it's for her, her staff, and her customers. Gourmet coffee. Here's what I want those ladies to do. When they drink that coffee, oh my God, girl, where did you get this? She said, oh, I didn't buy that. You got it hooked bling? Mark's jeweler? Mark bought this. What? Why would he do that? For the exact reason why right now you're asking about it and you're going to go tell people.
Yep.
Right? Now, here's the other thing I do. On each lady's birthday, current stylist, I'm going to send a cake. And I'm going to send a dozen roses. Now, why would I do this? Because my lifetime customer value as a jeweler is somewhere between $450,000 and $11,000 over a 5 to 7 year period. So instead of me wasting money on ads that nobody's looking at, and billboards that nobody's looking at, I'm going to invest in these ladies. And they're going to blow me up like nobody's business. And here's what I'm going to do on their first anniversary of doing business with me. I'm going to have a 7-foot teddy bear sent to the shop in their name.
Nice.
Right? So when they leave and take the teddy bear home, they're going to jump on the phone, text their sister, text their current, their ex-neighbor. They're going to tell everybody. They're going to take pictures. They're going to take videos, and their girlfriends and their sisters and mom will say, where did you get this? And she's going to say, I got it at work, but really it's a jeweler guy. He's a couple doors down. This guy, Mark's Jewelers. Oh my God, I've seen that. I've never been in. You got to get in there. This dude has got going on. I'm like, really? And then here's where I hit it out of the park. I give them 10 or X number of extremely time-sensitive gift certificates for them to pass out to whoever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all I'm looking for is, what is my ratio? For every 100 I send out, what do I get back? Because once I know that, I can double it. Because remember, no offense, I can also do this across town with another or a nail salon. I'm farming these shops because all these women that are coming in here, they're coming from all walks of life. They're teachers, they're doctors, they're dentists, they're lawyers. You follow what I'm saying? And they know people. I don't want to sound like multi-level, but you get my drift. Now,
Yes.
this other that I'm going to do that's going to blow it out apart. I tell Lady Myya, I start with Lady Myya because she's the owner. And I say, listen, every time you send me 20 customers in a month, I'll pay your lease for the month on your shop. She's like, say what? I'll pay your lease. Now, why am I doing this? Because it's kind of like, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, did you hear this? I'm dating myself now. But the last year of Seinfeld, when he said, I'm done, the producers came to him and said, Jerry, listen, we'll give you $5 million an episode to stay on TV. He turned them down. He said, I'm done. Now, why would they offer him? The show came on once a week, so in a 4-week month, that's $20 million. Why would they do that? Because the gravy train, all the money in the advertising and the merchandising they were bringing in, it's a drop in the bucket. So they're like, we want to keep the gravy train going, Jerry. Here's $5 million. And of course, when the other ones went up, they were like, what? That's outrageous. You got to give us a raise. They said, okay, no problem. You all $1 million episode now. The bottom line is that show was generating so much revenue. They were trying to keep it on the air. But Jerry Seinfeld personally was wealthy enough. He said, man, I don't need it no more. You know, I can just go chill and do whatever I want for the rest of my life, and I don't have to worry about it. He was on 9 years. So he pocketed a lot of money, and he didn't just do Seinfeld. But my point is, what I'm saying is, Lady Myya and all of her customers and her stylist customers, that's more than enough word of mouth. I don't have to waste another dime on traditional advertising unless I want to. And I'm saying, and the way I reward her is by saying, now here's the other thing. I say, if in any month you don't reach 20, I'll still pay you $50 a lead. Meaning every person that converts to a customer, I'm gonna give you $50. So if she does 17 that month, then she gets 17 times 50. And I tell her, as soon as you reach 100 customers or X, I double it. Start paying you $50 a lead. Now, again, if I go on radio, I'm paying anywhere from $300 to $700 a lead. I'm actually getting a discount. Major discount, which means, here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I'm not talking too fast for everybody. Here's the other thing that you need to understand. Let's suppose I did last year $1.8 million, but it cost me $600,000. I could do the same 1.8 million the following year, but what if my marketing costs are only 50,000 this time? That other 600,000 or 550,000 goes back in my pocket. So it's more than worth it for me to bribe her, because she's got other friends that are in business that are local that might say, girl, do you think he would hook me up? And she's like, I can't. I'm glad you asked, because he told me if anybody asks you. Now, here's the other thing I do. At Christmas time, Thanksgiving, I come into the shop. Ladies, how you doing? Hey, Mark, what's up? I got a gift certificate to the local grocery store, $50 for them to go get a turkey or whatever their thing is. It may not be turkey. Yeah, whatever it is. I get a $50 certificate times 6 women. That's only $300. And again, I got a story. When Lady Myya is putting all the trimmings on the table, $50 of it didn't have to come out of her pocket. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
And trust me, some of her girlfriends who work somewhere else, and I tell Lady Myya, I say, please, 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 keep a lookout for any people that work for the state, females. Because once I get a couple of them, I'm going to get floors. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to have all these people wear my bling. But the point is, now the stylists should be clamoring to say, well, can we do this with him? Yes. I'm going to put these cards, and whenever I'm going to put your name on them, and when they get redeemed, so I know who's who, I give you $50 for every lead that converts to a customer. And every week, whoever of the stylists whoever of you has the most redeemed, I pay your booth rental for that week.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you leave the pack from then on, I pay you double. So that means your fee is paid for the week, plus you put this money in your pocket, and every customer that sits in your chair from day one is profit.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now, you tell me that isn't going to have these women, and here's what I tell them, ladies, don't just go out anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Go out to do business, meaning keep these cards with you in the glove compartment, in your purse. Somebody asks you about your bling, you say, I'm glad you asked. You give them the card, you look at the calendar 10 days out, and you basically explain to them, listen, you're going there by yourself, you save 10%, girl, just for dragging somebody who's at least 18, you get to spend more and save more. And they're thinking, well, how can they afford to do that? Because and here's the other thing too. The guest, the person that gets drugged with you, I'm going to give them, Lady Myya, what we call a OTO. What's that, Mark? A one-time only, can't refuse offer. Meaning, before you leave my store, if you do this and this, you get hooked up. Now, I call that the McDonald's technique. And you say, well, why do you call it that, Mark? Lady Myya, I know this has happened to you. You walk into McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's, and you say, I'll have the quarter pounder with cheese and the strawberry milkshake, and the trained cashier, all of 17, 18, 19 years old, comes back and says, would you like fries with that?
Mm-hmm. Very much.
That simple 6-word phrase, would you like fries with that, causes McDonald's and these other fast food restaurants
Besides that,
tens of millions or hundreds of millions worldwide now in their pocket without spending an additional nickel on any type of traditional advertising. Meaning, we're not going to get everybody, but some of those people who get dragged as guests, they're going to take advantage of that OTO offer, which means I'm creating more gross profit plus another walking, talking local billboard for pennies on the dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, any jeweler, hopefully that listens to this, or retail appliance center, same concept, you start marketing and promoting like this, you don't need to waste another nickel on traditional advertising, because you'll have a walking, talking army of local ladies who are going to social functions, who are going to fundraisers, who are going to religious services. Somebody's going to want to know. And let me just show you, Lady Myya, a little offshoot is the same concept. But before I do that, let me share two things, ladies and gentlemen. Conceptually, here's what it's going to take for you to benefit from this type of thinking and information. I want you to think of the number 10. Now, I want you to take two numbers and add them to 10. So you say, okay, 8 plus 2, correct. 6 plus 4, correct. 7 plus 3, correct. 9 plus 1, 5 plus 5. That's just addition. The point is, there's a lot of ways to get there. So don't get hung up on the method. Like you say, oh, I don't have a hair salon. You're missing the point.
Exactly.
This isn't about hair salons per se. I'm using that because that's something practical. Most women and guys, I don't mean to overlook you. You could do the same thing with a barbershop. Same thing. So, but here's my point that I'm trying to share you with all this. Before, Lady Myya made 100% of her income doing hair. Now she's learning how to market on a slightly more sophisticated level. Because get this, if she can do this with me, she can do it with the travel agency too. She can do it with the electronics appliance dealer. In fact, she could have the thing with that Mexican restaurant right next door. She can say, hey, and here, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you the magic question. This is what you ask your vendors. You don't throw up on strangers you don't know. You take the vendors you already know. And here's what you ask. Here's the magic question. And I'm going to try this out right now, Lady Myya, and we're going to find out if this Mr. Marketing cat really has a good. Lady Myya, is it okay if I periodically send you new customers?
Of course. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? She says, I'm open. Now, by the same token, as long as it doesn't take away from anything you're currently doing or will be doing in the future, are you okay with returning the favor?
Of course.
There you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me translate this in case so you really don't get what she's saying. When she says yes to the front end, you can send me customers, and yes, I'll periodically return the favor. What she's saying is, Mark, not only do you get access to my current contacts, resources, assets right now, but the ones I'm going to have later on as well.
Yeah.
See, that's the important part, because she's evolving. I'm evolving. Her network is great now, but it's not as good as it's going to be tomorrow or next week or next year. You see? So by finding out if she's open, you and I have just opened the door, the pendulum to opportunity, untapped opportunity, just massively swung open for you. Ladies and gentlemen, here's something else too, Lady Myya, we have to cover this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on social media, and I strongly suggest you should be, please keep this important, critically important information in mind. Unfortunately, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the owner of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is the landlord. You and I are the tenants, meaning the user. He's got the power, not us. At any time, they can go in there. In fact, sadly, I must confess, and Lady Myya, you know this to be true. Sadly, the time you've invested to listen to this podcast, somebody's account on Facebook got shut down. I guarantee you. It's either the first, second, or the third and permanent time. It's their platform, not ours. Now, should we leverage it to the hilt? Absolutely. But you don't depend on it. So when I said earlier, you don't need a website, what I'm saying is you can crash on Lady Myya's couch for a while as a friend, but that's kind of dangerous, because at some point she and her husband might say, you know what, your boy got to go. Where are you going to be? So you need your own home. That's why I have a blog. So as long as I make my payment, I don't do anything, pornographic, I can publish my content. If Lady Myya decides after all this, she listens to it and say, this is okay, but my audience really won't jive with it, that wouldn't be the best result. But I can still publish my own content on my blog. Now, let me show you a simple example of what I mean about not needing a website to still leverage the internet. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's suppose Lady Myya runs a bakery. It's very popular. She's got those fancy macadamia nut cookies. Everybody goes, everybody say her cookies taste better than Patti LaBelle's. And she even said it. Lady Myya, like, my cookies taste better than Patti LaBelle. Okay, that may be true, but Patty's got the national brand, international brand. But I run a retail appliance center. And every month I hold a free drawing where I give away a home, a $2,500 state-of-the-art home deluxe entertainment system, whatever that entails. Here's the point. It's basically a closeout item, and I'm putting the retail value at $2,500, but my true cost is about half, $1,200. So every month, instead of running all these advertising, everybody comes into my store, they get a chance to enter my free drawing. And I go in every Monday, I come into Lady Myya's bakery, we chop it up, and she asks me how's business, I ask her how's business, and I get my, so many gallons of cup of coffee and some muffins and donuts and pastries and all that, right? And I say to her, Lady Myya, is it okay if I periodically refer you new business? And she gives me that, that look. She's like, and I said, okay. And I say, by the same token, are you okay with the fact that you might periodically return the favor? She's like, of course, Mark. Any way I can help you, let me know. And I said, well, here's what I got in mind. I'm going to invest in 3,000 plastic cups. She's like, and they're big gold cups. She's like, okay, what's up with that? Here's what I'm gonna do. From now on, when I sell a coffee maker, no matter what size or what cost it is, what price level, lower, mid, or high, I'm gonna give these people a discount coupon so they can go next door and get some of that gourmet coffee, first-time customers only, and they can get a 20-pound bag at cost as long as they bring somebody with them. If they don't bring anybody with them, they save 10% off. In other words, you want to ethically bribe them to bring somebody. But here's where Lady Myya comes in. I say, and I'm also going to give them this plastic cup. It's got your business's name on it and your address and a phone number. She's like, okay, what's up with that? From now on, whoever brings that cup, instead of you selling them a $4.79 big gulp cup of coffee, you sell it to them for 99 cents. She's like, what? I said, well, stop thinking about it now. If they know they can get this great tasting coffee, and instead of going to Dunkin' Donuts and paying $4.79, they can come to your store and get it for 99 cents. You think they're going to spend any other money while they're in your store? And the light bulb goes off. She says, oh, I get it. She says, and so from now on, instead of them going to Dunkin' Donuts, they're going to come to me to get the 99 cents. And while they're in there, they get the 2 bagels, the bagels with cream cheese, and the donut, da, 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 da. Exactly. Exactly. And I said, I'm going to buy 3,000 of these, and I'm going to give them out to local customers, which means hopefully, let's say 2,500 or 2,800 of these people are new first-time customers, which means once they come in and get the coffee, they go back and tell a friend, but they keep coming back. I said, and then on the back end, you sell the birthday cakes and the graduation cakes and the, retirement party cakes and all that. And she says, okay, and the, kids parties and all that. And she's like, oh, I get it. And I say, and going forward, excuse me, what I'd like you to do is I'm going to give my staff a cup, but it's going to be a different color. So they're my staff. And I'd like you to hook them up with everything, like 25% off discount for life for whatever they purchase, cookies, pastries, whatever. She's like, okay, Mark, cool. And I say, by the way, tell all your staff to come into the store and they can get anything they want up to $2,000. They can save 40% off as long as they drag somebody with them. Because when they're doing, let's say Lady Myya's got that one guy that's the sports buff, when he's rocking the Super Bowl next year on his 75-inch flat screen TV that he got on a closeout price for him, for me, I want him bragging to his friends. You know what I'm saying? I want him saying, yo, man, you got to come see this new system I got from Mark's Appliance, blah, 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 blah. And here's the other thing I'm going to do to really hit it out of the park. I'm going to find out how many people he's expecting for a Super Bowl party or the NBA Finals, whatever it is. And I'm going to send over $100 worth of pizza, wings, 3-liter sodas, and maybe 15 extremely time-sensitive gift certificates for him. Right? But the point is, the party's at his house. So everybody comes over. There's pizza. He's got this dynamite state-of-the-art television set. What could be better? I know I'm going to get some serious word of mouth, and those coupons are going to drive at least some of those people into my store for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, do you not see the potential marketing synergy here that we're talking about?
No, I see it. Okay, wait. Because you, Mr. Smooth Talker, I see where you're going at. You got it going on because, like, okay, all these things that you have said, makes complete and utter sense. And like you said, it's not even privy just to those particular situations, but you definitely can you can be really inventive when it comes to certain these certain projects and different things like that. And I do think it's actually super smart to do it the way that you said it, because like you like you said, with time and different things like that and the commercials and whatnot, you'll see them, but you're spending so much money just to have those type of commercials, and they're not really focused on. So now you've made it a lot more personable, and I think that is such an amazing thing, because we like things just for us. We like to be special. We like to be outlined. We like to be featured. And look, when you take care of good people will send good people to you. So that's always a good thing.
Excellent point.
I think it's so funny because I've always been the type of person in the business field. I would say that I was selling cars at one point. Okay. So in selling cars, like, they would get so angry with me. Why did you let them leave? Why did you let them leave? I said, no, it's okay. They said they was going to come back. Well, no, you shouldn't have let them leave. And they would get on me big time. But then when they started seeing why they were coming back,
hello,
then it was because I wasn't the one giving them the pressure. I was only giving what they asked. They asked for things. I talked with them. I introduced them to my kids. I was like, hey, what's going on? And so it was always, one of those things. You definitely want to sell people that want to be sold, because that's going to be a lot less energy for you to have to, a lot less money too.
And like we were talking before off camera, the roots go so much deeper. Like you said, you told me, you said, Mark, I used to get invited to these people's personal situations, graduations. That doesn't happen if you're not building rock solid relationships. It just will not happen.
Right.
And like I said, what I'm doing with the farming and show, because here's the other thing I was going to say, because you kind of stole my thunder, but I was going to say, not only on their birthdays do I send flowers, I also do something else really, really cool. I find out, like I say, what combination of services is your most popular. So it's like rinse and wash and a trim. And I'm just making this, let's say it's a $47 value. I give each one of these ladies once a week a coupon, a credit, where they choose whoever they want. And after they do the service, they give them the card. And this card basically says, congratulations, this one's on us. I, in essence, pay the hard cost for them to give this away. So that customer leaves out of that door and starts yapping it up. Oh, what I'm saying? They're not out of anything.
Nope.
I'm picking up this cost. And again, why am I picking up this cost? Because the more women sit in their chairs, the more coupons they pass out, the more money I'm going to make on the back end.
There you go. There you go.
Remember, we reserved it earlier. Say, why do you want to be on Oprah? If, like, let's say, for instance, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this up and show you how powerful this is.
Make it quick, sir.
Oh, okay.
Wrap it up.
Let's say, better yet, let's use you. Let's say Lady Myya, her audience is just growing and growing and growing and growing. And I'm watching this. And I'm the jeweler. It would make perfect sense for me to give her a diamond-studded necklace and some earrings. So when she does her Facebook Lives and she does her videos, I guarantee you she's going to start getting direct messages from women saying, I love your jewelry. Where did you get it? And she's going to say, I got a special arrangement with this jeweler right here. This is his name. Put this ID code in, which is mine. Because I have an arrangement, a revenue share arrangement with him, full disclosure. I get 25% of all the revenue I generate for him. But the point is, she's got the audience. I need to get in front of it. Rather than paying over and over and over and over and over for wasteful advertising, like she said, nobody's looking at it anyway. Now when she goes live, the women see that, and maybe some of the guys want to hook their girls or their wife or their daughter or their mom, whoever. They'll want to know how they can get hooked up. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of thing that I think, in my opinion, you should be doing, especially in today's environment. If you're not what we call networking, I call it power networking, joint venturing, collaboration, whatever your word is, you're missing out on a ton of business and potential because it's there. Businesses right now are hurting. They need revenue. They're trying to do it the traditional way. They're trying to go across the bridge is wiped out. Does that mean we stop going across town? No. We go by helicopter. We go by another way. I'm trying to offer you another way, another perspective. Lady Myya and I are trying to open you up to the marketing, untapped marketing potential that's sitting right in front of you. But you got to tap it.
That's true. That's very true. Woo. Yes, I'm excited because, like, I think, you know, when it comes to like different things like that, marketing, I'm not so great at. Sales, a little bit. I'm not where everybody else wants me to be, but that's fine. That's okay.
You are too modest for your own good. That's all. I know. And you don't get to where you are and you can't sell and you can't market. I'll just let you know.
You know, I be trying to do something. No. I'm just kidding. But at the same time, I love everything that you gave because, like, this is really good information because, like, I mean, who doesn't need it? You know, I might need I might need you to talk to a few folks.
All right. Or just show them, like you said, just show them this recording.
Of course, absolutely. So, okay, so he's not going too far, you guys. Yes, we will have him back. He will.
That's fabulous.
So,
thank you so much.
This is what he thought he was. He thought this was a one-time deal.
I did.
He thought. So he thought because, like, this is so important, especially now because everybody has businesses now. So everybody needs to know how to make things work and different things like that. And not work so hard. Come on now. Right? Let's not work so hard.
Absolutely. All of us, myself included. So that's
Yes,
why
yes.
I'm happy to do a podcast like this, because it exposes me to the right people. And that's what it's all about.
Yes, but you know what? I'm just gonna say this. Mark Newsome is just an awesome individual. You can go to his website. You can market online now.com, you
Go,
guys,
girl.
and he is like, oh my goodness, he's ready. He ready for you. You ain't ready. Let's just say you ain't ready. That's all I'm saying. But it is what it is. I just thank you so much for allowing me to be in your home once again,
Likewise.
allowing, you to just like be able to speak to the people, the Mayan tribe. A lot of us, we get fearful when we got to sell stuff, but you made it seem so easy, and you gave us a lot of good just content and ideas in regards to doing so. Now I'm gonna have to use a couple of your things, or if not, harass you later so that you can give me more. So
Right? That's what it's all about.
that's
Ladies,
how we do
drop
it.
by my house. I'd love to have you as a guest. Drop by my house anytime.
No, certainly. New York is a little too cold for me right now, but
I meant the website. I'm saying you got it's open 24 hours. Drop by anytime you want.
Yes. You know what, you guys? I mean, hey, there it is again. You can market online now.com. Okay, so keep them in mind. You guys can do this. I trust you.
Absolutely.
I believe in you. You can do that. Yes. So certainly.
She's absolutely right. You can do it.
You can do this. Okay. So, everybody, we really appreciate you guys just being and joining us today. This was awesome. This was super fun.
I can't wait to hear the replay, because I'll get new ideas out of that. So
yes, I want my teddy bear now. Now I'm gonna have to talk to my husband. Okay, so anyhow,
the original lady killer, ladies, the 7 foot 10.
7 foot, yes. Okay. So you guys, thank you so much, and I hope we will see you guys later.